Well, today our primary concentration is going to be on data types. We're going to talk about the variables, various data types that are available, variable declarations, things that go along with uh, variable declarations such as initialization. But many of you have sent questions about compiling from the command line. And I know that the last time when I tried to record it, it really didn't work well. So I'd like to do a very quick demonstration so that we can capture it on video, and I will post it so you can always refer to the command line. So today's project that I'm going to create is going to name data types. I'm going to click finish. Oh, by the way, I always forget to sometimes in class to change my main class. I'm just going to say main app. You really don't have to do it, but I prefer to have a distinct and good name for the main class if it's getting generated for me. Okay, just makes sense. Finish and create new project. So I still would require that on every assignment that you submit, you have a comment specifying assignment number and your name, and all the basic requirements. Those will remain. I will just keep reducing my code until we're gonna start talking specifically about Java doc, for example, where you can use some extra comments that NetBeans generates. So at a minimum, I will still keep my markings of the ending of my main method and the name of my class. So let's have a test of system dot out dot print. We'll print with new line in the end, and print just something on the string. Save this. We're going to test it by perhaps doing two options. One option, of course, is to hit this green button, and it automatically compiles the program and automatically opens the output window and runs the program in the console, which is emulated by our NetBeans environment here. Another option would be to highlight the name of the project, which is the data types. Right-click there, and as you know, you can build. But once you build, it asks you this kind of silly dialog box, so you can say clean and build, right? And then it definitely opens the output window and displays the result of the build. So it gives us some information about what really is going on and what were all the steps during this compile. Since many of you had questions about the command line, doing the same process from the command line. So what I've recommended before, and that was the part that failed to record, was that if we look at our samples, so here's the list of samples, and the very first sample has some of this command line syntax. As you can see, the command line consists of basically two important steps. Java C is the compiler, and Java is the interpreter, which will run the program. So in my case, all I need to do, well, perhaps step number one, open the command line. CMD is the name of the command line interpreter. I hit that. Then I am going to adjust some of the properties. I recommend using quick edit, which makes it much simpler to copy and paste from this window. Then also I will update the appearance of my console so I can recognize what it is by changing some of the colors. Okay, so we have this. And the first thing is to look at your project. My project resides on my E drive, CIS 157 NetBeans projects, under data types. This directory does represent my project. So there's also a source subdirectory. So I guess if I wanted to do a quick demonstration of this, of the compiling from the command line. Um, I will be jumping to I will be jumping all the way down to to the level where my source files reside, and that would be under my source subdirectory, and further down under data types, which corresponds to the name of the package. Yes, I can now see my main.app.java file. So if I copy this address from the address bar on Windows Explorer, jump to my window here, I can first I'm noticing that this sits on my E drive on the system. So if I just say change directory to here, this doesn't work because what happens is that a CD command doesn't switch, doesn't alternate um, uh, drives. My current drive is C, and I need to be on E, so that doesn't work. So one possibility is to just type E and hit enter, so it's going to switch to E drive. Another possibility, there's another very useful pair of commands I'm going to show you. There is push D, which means push directory, and it works on any drive. Then if you say pop D, it takes you right back, right? So we can do it this way, or we can do it just simply by saying, okay, let's go to E drive. So the cd command, which stands for change directory, did work. However, it couldn't make E drive current in our command window. So by simply switching to E drive, now I have it. So then so that's where I'm trying to be looking at my current location of the project that I've created. The next thing is to locate Java-C. So I will open another Windows Explorer window, navigate to my C drive, assuming that it's somewhere here, noticing that there are program files and program files x86. I'm assuming it's a 64-bit machine. That's why the two subdirectories exist. I'm jumping to program files, and I'm trying to see, do I have Java in here? Yes, I do. I go to Java, and I notice that I have versions of JDK, and that includes JDK 1.7. So I know it matches the version of NetBeans that I have, so maybe I'll be happy to use this one. So I double-click here. There is bin subdirectory underneath that, and over here I have Java-C, which is Java compiler. I press Shift key down, right-click, and choose Copy as Path. Very convenient option. It appears when you press Shift down. The option has come up with the Vista version of Windows because they disabled some operations on the command line, so they decided to allow Shift, right-click, and then you can copy as path. Very useful. So now I copied the path to this executable file, which is our Java compiler. Switching back to my command window, and now just unfortunately, I'm going to have to do this twice because I had this silly selection. Let me do it again. Shift right-click, copy as path. Right-click, and by right-clicking in this window in quick edit mode, it just copies in what you had. So then, as the sample suggests, I can now specify the wildcard to say, why don't you go ahead and compile all Java files in this directory? So that's what I'm going to do, asterisk, which is a wildcard.java. So it says, go find all Java files and compile them. Now, if I had any syntax error in my file, which is that main app.java, the syntax errors would be printed directly here. Then, since I do use the name of the package, I guess the simplest way for me to run it from the command window would be to change to the parent directory one level up. So now I'm looking at my source directory, and I know that there is a package that corresponds, the name of the package that corresponds to the name of the subdirectory. So then what I'm going to do next is this. I'm going to bring up this previous command, backspace all of this, and the name of the Java interpreter is Java, java.exe, which lives in the same, program files, Java, JDK, and so forth and so forth. So I have the path to this command. So if I hit enter, it just prints me, okay, this is all that you can do at the command line with all these switches and options. So in my case, what I'm going to do, following my sample here, I'm going to say that, hey, I want you to look at the class path, and as you can see, you can provide the entire path to the source directory. Well, I will try this, just a little dot, which may represent the current directory where I am already. SRC is right here, so I'm already on this directory. And then I know that my package name is data types, and the name of my main class, which contains main method, is named main app. I'm going to use this to type the following. So again, this is the sample, right? You can rely on this sample, and I'm going to just type in data types, which is the name of the package, dot main app. And there it is, right? So it works. So these are the steps that I took last time, which failed to record. So let me stop the recording now, making sure that we capture this piece.